Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Daniel James, and as always, if you're new here, welcome. Today, I want to talk about why self-improvement should not be about comparison. There's so much noise on social media nowadays that it can be very hard to forget that other people's journey is not your own. And the very fact that it's a self-improvement journey can get lost. All this information that gets bombarded down our throat can cause anxiety, pressure, and eventually we just stop, because we feel like we're somehow falling behind and that we're not doing it properly. So I'm going to give you 3 things that I think we can do and sort of why this comparison game is so dangerous. So the first thing is recognizing and acknowledging that when you compare, it slows down your own personal growth. So when we're comparing your journey to somebody else's, the very act of comparing slows down your journey, which is the thing you're trying to get on. As I mentioned a second ago, it's personal improvement. It's your personal journey, not anybody else's. There's a saying that I really like, that's where your attention goes, your energy flows. So what you give your attention to, that's where your energy goes. And your energy and your attention are your 2 most powerful resources. So if you're giving your attention to somebody else and their journey, that means that you don't have any energy for you and your journey. It's a really important thing to recognize. There's something in your brain called the reticular activating system. And essentially what that does is it filters out information. If you've ever played the yellow car game when you're driving, where you see a yellow car, you call it out and you punch the person next to you, that's an example of this reticular activating system in work. Because what you're saying to the brain is, show me yellow cars, and the brain filters out all the other cars and you see the yellow cars, or you're searching for them. And the brain works the same way. So if you're constantly searching for other people and where they're at on their journey, you're going to see more people on their journeys, which then gives you more comparisons. So what you're saying to your brain is, rather than show me yellow cars, you're saying, show me people that are on the same journey as me. Show me people that are further ahead than me. Show me people, show me people, show me people. And it can become overwhelming because everywhere you look, you'll see, oh, well, they're doing this and they're doing that. And it can cause massive anxiety. And that anxiety can then cripple us into procrastination because we're seeing this person do this and this person do that. And we've got so much choice and we're like, So we just end up doing nothing. And then no personal growth happens at all. The second thing is understanding that everyone has a unique and different starting point. Everyone. Your journey is your journey. Maybe some stuff you've heard about me and my journey you can relate with, but your journey is still your journey. No one knows what you've been through. No one thinks how you think. No one experiences the world how you experience it. So even if someone has had very similar experiences to you, they are not the same. Even if you have a twin sister or twin brother, okay, they may have experienced similar things to you, but it's still not the same because how you process it is very, very different. And what can also happen is, going back to the first point of comparison, is on social media, what you're seeing is someone else's highlight reel. It's not reality. They're showing you what they want to show you. Even me, I'm very open and honest on this podcast. I have been for the 3-4 years I've been doing it. Yet I'm still only sharing what I want to share with you. Because sometimes things just slip my mind. They're not important to me, but actually could be really important to you. And it could be that one bit of information that puts the whole story I'm saying into context. So it's just really important to understand and realize this. Your journey is your journey. Your starting point is your starting point. And just because someone may seem like they're ahead of you doesn't necessarily mean that they are. Because actually what you find is that people are just pretending. All these people out there living what I call a champagne lifestyle on a Budweiser budget. And the same goes for this self-improvement journey. They claim they're reading the books, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're making great progress, but actually, behind closed doors, I guarantee they're probably not as far along as they're claiming that they are. So just focus on you, focus on where you started. And the next point that ties in nicely to this is, use your past self as your measure for progress. So rather than going down this comparison route, what I suggest you do is compare yourself to a past version of you. So again, we're coming to the end of the year. We're in November now. Maybe it's a good time to reflect and be like, okay, well, do you know what? Month until Christmas, give or take. What position was I in this time last year in the run-up to Christmas? And where am I at now? Has there been progress there? So if the answer is no, well, that's a good comparison. Because the comparison is you against you. And it's like, actually, I've not improved a lot. And that can be a pretty bitter pill to swallow. But actually, if you're looking back, it's like, wow, I didn't even recognize the version of me. Last Christmas, I was a mess. Wow. And now look at all the stuff I've achieved this year. That's also the power I feel in this time of year, because people bash this reflection. And no. This is the perfect time to do it. Yes, I understand it's jumping on a hype and a bandwagon. I get that. There's still real power in reflecting on it. But reflect on your journey and your progress, because that's the only thing you should be focusing on, not other people. Because that comparison of other people can be quite dangerous. But a bonus thing I want to touch on here is the fact that comparison can be a positive. It can be positive. But the thing you have to ask yourself, and this is where self-awareness comes in, is you have to take a step back and ask yourself, why are you comparing? Are you comparing yourself to other people for motivation and to get this competitive drive? If the answer is yes, I don't see a problem with that. Because you're looking at someone like, wow, that person, I know they struggled and look where they're at now. That's incredible. They're doing this, they're doing that. That is amazing. I know that it's possible. Yes. And it lights a fire within you. That kind of comparison isn't a problem. But if you're the kind of person that sees that stuff and it starts to beat yourself up and that negative self-talk, God, why aren't you like that? You're such a loser. You're never going to get to where they are. That's then when comparison becomes quite negative. Because I compare myself quite regularly. I compare myself to people that are further on the journey than I am, and it inspires me, it motivates me, it gives me ideas. So I don't necessarily see comparison as a negative unless it causes negative reactions within you. And if it does, use the tips I just mentioned. But the goal should really be to actually look at this comparison and ask yourself, why? Why do I struggle with this validation of myself? Why do I need validation from other people? Why am I seeking answers from others? Why do I struggle internally? Because that ultimately is the question you need to answer. I hope you've taken value from today's episode. I have a new newsletter that is coming out. It starts this week. It's going to be an incredible resource for you. Every single week, I'll be dropping into your inbox on a Sunday morning, giving you an article that will help you grow and develop on your own personal growth journey. And not only that, I'll be giving you a journal prompt. So a weekly journal prompt that you can either journal about or simply reflect on a Sunday morning as you're having your morning coffee. I'm calling it my morning coffee prompt. So you can sit there and reflect, or you can sit there and write. If you want to subscribe to it, click on the link down below, click on the newsletter link, and I'll get into your inbox. Until next time, take it easy.